Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I'm Amanda. Joining me in the booth tonight is going to be Mark as soon as he gets loaded in. We see the guys out here on the track getting those last laps in. Tonight we are with the Impact EMM Series Racing League. Tonight's race is the, let me make sure I say this correctly. I can't read tonight either. It is the Exotic Mobile Marketing 220 at Auto Club. And thanks to my inability to read fast and say what I read, because last week we had Exxon. There's an Exxon car out there on the track tonight. Let's see. There we see Eric Wolf getting in his last practice laps. Joe Carter out there finishing up. While the guys are finishing up and Mark is getting loaded in, let's go ahead and take a moment and stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say.
All right, it looks like the guys are starting to get gridded in. Brando Commander said 31. Ballistic Rainbow says, I couldn't eat last week because 31 lost. Hopefully I can eat this week. Let's go with 31. Loki Yeti said 07. So far we've got 2 for Devin Johnson and 1 for 07. That's going to be, who is that going to be? Oop, that's too far away. So we'll go with this view right here. So we see the guys getting ready with their formation lap. You see they're already spacing out quickly. Starting order is going to be Ethan Gregory in first, Levi McCarty in second, Josh Privet in third, Patrick Hernandez in fourth, Riley Mobley in fifth, Joe Tardif in sixth, seventh is going to be Travis, eighth is going to be Brett McCoy, ninth is going to be Alexander Palma, 10th is going to be Sean Harrell, 11th will be Abraham Moon, 12th is going to be Jonathan Sweetson, 13th will be Zach Bates. Take that off. It is not showing me the rest. 14th is going to be Eric Wolf. 15th is going to be that 31 of Devin Johnson. 16th is going to be Chris Campbell. 17th is going to be Brandon Ward. 18th is David Curtin. 19th is Grant Appleton. 20th is going to be Ethan Gregory. And there we see our green flag. Green flag is brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. And there we see the number 9 already getting into the wall. That's the number 9 of Josh Privet. Let's go back and take a look and see if it's going to show us what happened. But it is also telling me that there are several other cars involved in that crash. So let's go back and see what we can find. It says Patrick Hernandez was the first to crash. So let's go back and take a look, shall we? Oh, it looks like we had a tap, and then it just took 4 or 5 other drivers out in that moment. Lap 3 and already on our first caution of the night. There we see Levi McCarty in that 18 car out there in front. Riley Mobley in second. Travis is going to be in third. Joe Tardif is going to be currently in fourth. Alexander Palma in fifth. Brett McCoy in sixth. Jonathan Swainson in sixth. Brett McCoy was in 7th. He's now dropping down. Dominic Previtt's going to take that 7th spot. Eric Wolf is going to be in 8th. And as you guys can see, if you're watching the stream and watching the ticker up top, it is popping around as it looks like some of our drivers are already taking to the pits. There we see the 21 of Sean Harrell making his way around. The 99 of Jonathan Swainson. There we see those pace car lights are still on. Looks like all but 2 are out of the pits now. Abraham Moon and Brandon Ward currently still sitting in the pits. Looks like Brett McCoy may have joined them or lost connection. Not sure which, but I'm sure we'll figure that out here shortly. I'm sure these guys are patiently waiting for that pace car to turn the lights off and get out of the way. GT500 Cobra. What is that? I have no clue what that little thing is. I'm so confused. But that's okay, that's the story of my life. Oh, it's a waving emote. Okay. It looked like it was holding a wrench or something. I was slightly confused. It doesn't take much, obviously. There we see those pace car lights are off finally. All the guys lined up side by side, ready for that pace car to move as we go into lap 5 out of 110 tonight. 110 laps, 4 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, 65% fuel should give these guys a 24 to 28 lap fuel window, depending on how they make it work. We will see stage breaks at lap 25 and again at lap 50, which will more than likely leave us to seeing some green flag pit stops between 50 and the end of the race. Alright, so that pace car is finally out of the way. And we are back to green flag racing. Once again, that green flag is brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing, a proud sponsor of this race series. And I apologize that I missed the first yellow flag. That's alright, because I got a couple more chances tonight. There we see Levi McCarty in that 18 card, leading the pack with Riley Mobley on his inside, trying to make his way around with the 14 of Travis. Looked like he's going to pop in the middle there and make it a 3-wide situation, but he did not. There he is behind Riley. Levi on that outside. There we see the 88 of Joe Tardif, not far behind them. But it looks like those top 4 are starting to pull away from the rest of the pack, if even for just a little bit. There we see the 33 of Alexander Palma on the bumper of Joe Tardif. And we have our second caution of the night. Yellow flag is brought to you by the Ocala Design Group, another proud sponsor of the Impact EMM Series Racing Group. Oop. There we go. Apparently SDK is going to be a little bit slow tonight. That's alright. Lap 7 out of 110. Second caution of the night. I'm seeing that Chris Campbell crashed. So let's go take a look and see if it was actually a crash or if SDK playing with our emotions tonight. Oh, it looks like we had a 4-wide situation and some door tapping occurred there between the 68 and I believe that was the 23. Yes, that was the 23 of Brandon Ward. Looks like Brandon Ward is just going to take a hit and keep going. Unfortunately, we could not say the same for the 68. He is probably going to be taking to the pits. Alright, let's go back live. Second caution of the night. We have not made it 10 laps. There we see our top 4, 5, 6 in single file formation. 51 of Eric Wolf looks like he is going to go on the outside there, followed by Dominic Previtt. Zach Bates staying to the inside, along with Grant Applegate. David Pearson's also going to stay on that bottom line, as well as Ethan Gregory. Patrick Hernandez looks like he is also going to stay to the bottom line. Brett McCoy is going to be in the middle right there. Josh Privet also sticking to the middle. Sean Harrell looks like he's kind of in between. Do we go higher or do we go low? I am not familiar with this track, so I could not tell you which lane is better. Of course, each driver is different. Some will prefer that bottom line, while others are going to prefer that outside line. There we see those pace car lights are still on. Looks like Chris Campbell is currently sitting in the pits. Abraham Moon is going to be a lap down. There we see that 18 of Levi McCarty. So I had several people ask, rooting for the 31s. Let's go see where he is at. Devin Johnson is going to be currently sitting in 17th, which is exactly where he started at. So since everybody's cheering for him, we will definitely keep an eye on where he is in the race tonight. Let's go back up front. We see those pace car lights are off. Looks like Levi and Riley are eager for that pace car to get out of the way. Honestly, as we go into lap 10, I can't say that I blame them. There we see a lot of good side by side, ready for that green flag to fly. Now that pace car is out of the way, and there is your green flag. Once again brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. There you see Levi McCarty and Riley Mobley pulling away. We see Travis a little bit further back. And did somebody just leave the track? Maybe not. Maybe it just looked that way. So we see a lot of good side-by-side action right there. Levi, Riley, and Travis all starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. And we see the 88 of Joe Tardif a little ways behind them in that fourth spot. Alexander Palma is going to be side by side with Grant Applegate. Nine viewers out there on the stream with me tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to let me know who you're rooting for, or if you don't have a driver, like, pick a car. I gotta go find the Exxon car here in a minute. I know I'm not. But that just looks weird. Brando Commanders are still rooting that 31. He's 31 is currently in that 15th position spot. He's moved up 2 spots from where he started. On the cars, so we can see their paint schemes a little bit better. Oop. Oh, there we see them coming around. Well, if it would not change. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Lap 13 out of 110. Let's see. Where is... Alright, so we can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. Lime green flames on the 18 of Levi. Travis looks to have a solid black Toyota. 39 got spun and is off the pace now. Okay. Let's see. Joe Tardif. I can't see that too well. Donut. The 51 of Eric Wolf. Grant Applegate in that number 20 Mellow Yellow. Ethan Gregory in that number 12 iRacing car. I'm not sure what Patrick has on his. We'll come back to that. Oh, that's the same one we just got. Home Depot car, the number 9 of Josh Privet. The number 99 of Jonathan Swainson in that Sunoco. Eric Donut is my pick. So that's the 51. So remember your number, you're 51. Brett McCoy in that number 1 Pennzoil car. Zach Bates. It's hard to tell, but I think that's a Swisher Sweets logo. David Curtin in the Modelo. 4 is an MSI sponsor. Oh, okay. It honestly looked like a car logo that I won't touch. The 31 of Devin Johnson in that Real Tree. Let's see, we did that one. Sean Harrell in that number 21 Natural Light. Is that the one they call Natty Light? I'm not a beer person, can you tell? Alexander Palma in that Skull 33. Dominic Privet in the number 39 Exxon. That's my pick. Let's see. Abraham Moon in that number 5. It's kind of hard to tell what that one is. Looks like Chris Campbell and Brandon Wood are not with us. That's fine. Let's go back. Switch up. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Change it up just a little bit, and we have our tower instead of our ticker. Did my ticker just put the tower face? No. Okay. It looks like a Penske inspired team. Oh. Let me see. You know what? We're going to go with that. Let's go back and take a look. Lap 19 out of 110. Decided to get stuck. Here we go. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Let me. Oh, I see what it did. Haha. Alright, so Levi McCarty is still holding down that top spot out front. We are at lap 20 out of 110. We should be looking to see that stage break happen here in the next 5 laps. Travis is going to move into that second position spot. Joe Tardif in that 88 is moving into that third position. Riley Mobley is now in 4th. Grant Applegate is going to be sitting in 5th. Eric Wolf in 6th. Patrick Hernandez in 7th. Josh Privet in 8th. Brett McCoy in 9th. And Sean Harrell in 10th. Rounding out your top 10. Currently, your biggest mover of the night is going to be Grant Applegate. He is up 15 spots from where he started. He has now gone from 6th to 5th. And now 4th. So let's go back and see what else is going on. Jonathan Swainson is going to be sitting in that 11th position spot. Ethan Gregory in 12th. Zach Bates in 13th. Devin Johnson in 14th. David Curtin in 15th. Alexander Palma in 16th. And Dominic Privet in 17th. Abraham Moon's going to be sitting back here in 18th. And I do believe he is, yes, he is our first and only lap car down. I'm showing that Chris Campbell and Brandon Ward are out. The number 31 is moved up 4 positions from where he started, currently sitting in 13th. The 51 donut car is up 9 positions from where he started in 9th currently. However, Levi McCarty is still holding down that top spot. Joe Tardif has made his way to the 2nd position spot. Grant Applegate is going to be in 3rd. He is now up 17 positions from where he started. Also, still the biggest mover of the night. He's just up a few more spots from where he was a minute ago when we were talking about him. Patrick Hernandez is going to be sitting in 4th. Eric Wolf is going to be up 9 spots from where he started, sitting in 5th. Travis is going to be currently sitting in 6th. Riley Mobley in 7th. Brett McCoy in 8th. Josh Privet in 9th. And Sean Harrell in 10th. Looks like Levi is leaving the rest of the field behind. Joe Tardif and Grant Applegate back here, looking like they are trying to close that gap between them and Mr. McCarty. And being that we're only 24 laps in, there's still a good chance that anything could happen. There we see a lot of side-by-side racing further back in the field. All right, and there we have our yellow flag, brought to you by the Ocala Design Group. 3rd caution of the night. However, this is going to be the caution for the stage break. I'm sure we're going to see quite a few of these drivers out here taking to the pits here very, very shortly. Full screen. I'm gonna say y'all bear with me. For some reason OBS is slightly slowed today. 8 viewers on the stream with me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to let me know who you are rooting for. As we go into lap 26, I'm still watching and waiting for some of these cars to take to the pits. Like I said, they have a 65% fuel, so about a 24 to 28 fuel lap window. So this would ideally, based on that, be the perfect time to hit the pits, and if nothing else, re-up on some go-go juice. There we see, looks like almost the entire field taking to the pits. Looks like Dominic Privet stayed out. Maybe he's trying to make up for lost time. Just kidding, because now he is taking to the pits. Abram Moon was 1 lap down, so maybe he can make up for lost time while everyone else is in the pits. But that brings us to the question of how is his pit strategy going to work if he stayed out during the stage break and everyone else took to the pits. Let me unmute you. All right, and Mark has finally decided to make his presence in the booth. How are you tonight, Mark?
I am doing good. Apparently, I'm running on one of the old Apple computers, you know, the little egg-shaped ones. Uh, so I was having a little bit of a problem tonight.
Hold on, is it one of the colored ones with the handle?
Yes,
Those are my
purple.
favorite. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was teal. Mine was teal.
Well, the purple one is a little slow. All right, it's a little outdated.
So stay away from the purple one. Got it. Got it. So we are at lap 27. We've had 2 cautions prior to the stage break. Let me bring you up to speed just a little bit. So we have 110 laps tonight, 4 sets of tires, 1 fast repair. The guys are running on 65% fuel, which is going to give them a 24 to 28 lap fuel window. They are just now finishing their first stage break of the night. So that is where we are so far.
I was watching the chat and the stream as well. So,
was that you commenting from our page?
No, that is Richard, who has picked the 51 of Eric, the Donut Wolf, as I will call him now.
It is the donut. It's the donut. All I can think is Homer. There was a video clip of Homer going, donuts. And now it's stuck in my head. All right, there we see the guys are all back on track. Well, it said Levi McCarty was in the pits, but he is right there behind that pace car. So we will have to see how. Okay, I guess SDK is just a little bit extra. Grant said, donuts. Dang it, said it before I could type it. It's alright. There we see that pace car is off.
All right, which means we'll be going green flag racing for the second stage of the race.
All right, there's that green flag brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing.
All right, that 18 of Levi McCarty looks like he is trying to keep his position. He rocketed off that start and is trying to leave everybody in the dust. It looks like he's all in tonight, isn't it?
He is all the way out there. So we do have some fans in the chat rooting for the 31 of Devin Johnson. Devin Johnson is currently sitting in that 4th position spot.
Ooh, he's moving up. And I remember last week's race, he actually
And let me stop you right there. I have no clue what happened, but we have a caution. Yellow flag brought to you by the Ocala Design Group. Do you have a link for me?
Give me 1 minute, I will.
I'm not sure what happened. It said Brando Comito said we don't talk about last week. Okay, so just like we don't talk about Bruno, we don't talk about last week. Got it. I only have that somebody went off track. Live in the moment and all that. All right. See, for some reason, my SDK is just a little bit slow. Well, OBS, a little bit slow. Said Josh Privet entered pit lane, but I don't see anything else about a caution. So, Keystone Corner says, let's go Joe Tardif. Joe is currently in that 88 car sitting in 2nd. Change it up a little bit. Put the ticker up there for a minute while we watch the cars make their way around. Oh, Grant says he spun out of 4th, took to the grass to not go in pits. So is he trying to go in the pits too fast or just trying to miss the pits completely? Grant's kind of like our pit road commentator. There we see the 31 of Devin Johnson. Currently in fourth. He's up 13 positions from where he started in that fourth position spot. Grant Applegate, he is up 15 positions from where he started, currently in fifth. Keystone Corner. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Richard. Well, hi, Keystone Corner, but Richard is not here. That is not Richard, that is Mark. And did I lose Mark?
No, you did not.
Oh, you just got really quiet. There we see the pace car lights are off.
All right, you should have a link in the broadcast group chat.
All right. As we go into lap 32, we'll finish lap 32, going into lap 33. We're looking to see that pace car get out of the way once again. I swear there's a theme song playing in my head for that. I just can't say it. 10 viewers out there with us on the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That pace car cannot move fast enough.
That is why they call it a pace car, Miss Amanda.
You know, it's kind of slow. I realize it's at a certain pace for a reason, but you know. See, Levi McCarty's out there wiggling in his car, and somebody back there in the 1, 2, 3, 4, might be the number 20 of Grant Applegate, has a connection issue. Blinked out for just a second. There we see that pace car leave the track, and we are back to Green Flag Racing. Green Flag is brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing.
I thought it was Exxon Mobile Marketing.
No. See, that was a slight error.
But I do notice that now this week there is an Exxon car on the track.
Yes, that is my choice. The number 39 of Dominic Previtt.
All right, so on this new bout of Green Flag Racing, first place we have Levi McCarty. Second, we have Brett McCoy. Joe Tardif in third. Grant Applegate in fourth. Now in fifth. Devin Johnson in fourth. Dominic Previtt in fifth. Sean Harrell in sixth. Travis Stroney in seventh. Patrick Hernandez in... Oh, now I'm all lost. Travis Stroney in eighth. Patrick Hernandez in ninth. Ethan Gregory in 10th, Eric Wolf in 11th, Zach Bates in 12th, David Curitin in 13th, Riley Mobley in 14th, Josh Privet in 15th, Abram Moon in 16th, Jonathan Swainson in 17th, Alexander Palma in 18th.
Can you adjust your volume a little bit? You're kind of echoey.
Yes, ma'am.
Please. Sorry. You sound like you're in a very small room.
I like my portrait job. Thank you.
Are we under caution?
How about now?
Say something else. Oh, I'm
Something
like,
else.
why is... I'm sitting here.
We
making
all are
adjustments.
under
Another caution. Yellow flag is going to be brought to you by the Ocala Design Group.
looks like it says Sean Harrell crashed.
Well, give me just a minute and I will load that link in that you sent me. where did you send it?
To the broadcast booth chat. It was not Sean Harrell.
All right, bear with me just a second, and we will get that loaded in. No, that is not what I wanted it to do. Not trying to copy Discord. I would like this right here. There we go. And now I have your screen view. Keystone Corner. It's Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
All right, let's look here.
All right.
Right here, right in this turn is when it happens. You got 1 scraping the wall, 2.
Oh, it looks like we had a pile up in the wall.
20 hits that 31 of Devin Johnson, who takes on the natural light 21 of Sean Harrell. Kind of takes him out a little bit. Let's see if anybody else gets drug in. It looks like everybody else is avoiding it for the most part. Number 12 might have smacked the wall there for a second of Ethan Gregory. Sorry, I was told that I have to call names. I'm big on numbers because it's easy.
31. Someone said no, 31. He is still in 14th position, guys. So there's a chance. Ballistic Rainbow.
Oh.
How many wheels do you think they go through in a season?
73.
Like wheels total or like sets of wheels?
I was just going by 73 tires. Yeah. It's a nice odd number. Makes no sense, yeah.
Obviously.
Look, I'm not here to make sense, Miss Amanda. But that pace car lights, those pace car lights are off. So we're looking for him to dip out of the way right before the Geico restart zone.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to full screen. Just kidding. We're going to go back to the ticker for a moment so we can keep our eyes on that pace car. Grant says, I think the number will be a max of 125. There are 4 tires on a car, Grant. 79 with steering wheels.
They might have a flat, man.
And there we see Grant says 125 sets. That's more logical, Grant. That's more logical. That number works. All right. And there we have our green flag. Green flag is going to be brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. There we see that 18 of Levi McCarty making his way out front, making some distance between himself and the number 2nd position car of number 88, Joe Tardif. Dominic Privet in 3rd. Green. Not this guy. Not this guy. That one Canadian said green flag brought to you by Ray.
Yeah, which would be funny because I would want to see the Canadian running on the track with a green flag.
All I can think of when I think of Ray is the French driver from Talladega Nights. Jean Girard. There we see the number 88 of Joe Tardif in 2nd. Levi McCartney is putting some distance between himself and Joe. Riley Mobley is going to be sitting in 3rd. Dominic Privet in that Exxon Mobil car in 4th. The 99 just had a hell of a save through the grass. Merc, you want to take it back and see where that is? And I'll go side by side and you can show us?
Right.
There's my ExxonMobil car. We go into lap 40 out of 110. Travis in that number 14, currently sitting in 5th. Eric Wolf in 6th. Josh Privet in 7th. Patrick Hernandez in 8th. Brett McCoy in 9th. David Kirton in 10th. Grant Appleby in 11th. Devin Johnson in 12th. Abram. I'm horrible tonight. I cannot speak. Abram Moon in 13th. Sean Harrell is going to be sitting in 14th. Ethan Gregory is going to be right behind him in 15th. Zach Bates is going to be bringing up the rear in 16th. Jonathan Swainson looks like he may have disconnected.
All right, so you ready for that replay or no?
Give me just a second. Keystone Corner said they all ran in the original MRL Race League. And Ray Courtney said, Amanda, you are horrible every night. Ray, I'm going to need you to check your grammar and punctuation, sir. All right, let's go side by side and see this amazing save by the 99. All right, ready when you are.
All right, so I've got him in quarter speed right now, trying to get an idea what happened. Looks like he got really squirrely right there.
I got a big thing in my...
I'm stopping right now. Yep.
There we go. Hey, look, it's a car on the grass. I hope he charges well for his lawn service. 13 viewers out there with us on the stream tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, Ray, that 99 drives better than you. So it looks like he went through the grass. Did he take anybody else out with him is the question.
No, he actually didn't. So if you notice, he's going to come right in. That number 4 is going to cross right in front of him. He's going to maneuver out of the way, and he is barely going to get right behind him. Doesn't touch him as he gets into that grass. That was an amazing save.
That was an amazing save on his part. And it looked like when he lost traction in the back end that maybe something like a tire blew. There was a flash of something there for a moment. So,
and that's why I said 73 tires.
Lord. All right. See, and if you're watching, you can see it again. There was a flash right there at the back tire. Thank you, Ray Courtney, for fixing your horrible grammar. All right, let's go back to full screen. Obviously, that did not bring out a caution. There we see the number 18 of Levi is still out there in the front. Riley Mobley in second. Joe Tardif in that third position spot. Travis is going to be sitting in fourth. Josh Privet in fifth. Patrick Hernandez is going to be that number 4 car in 6th. Eric Wolf is going to be in 7th. David Puritan in 8th. David is also currently 10 positions from where he started. Devin Johnson in that number 31. He is in 9th. So see, guys, there is hope. There is hope. Brett McCoy in 10th. Mark, you want to take the rest?
Yes. Abram Moon in 11th. Dominic Privet in 12th. Grant Applegate in 13th. Sean Harrell in 14th, Ethan Gregory in 15th, Zach Bates in 16th, Alexander Palma in 17th, and Jonathan Swainson in 18th.
And I do believe that Palma and Swainson may have disconnected. Go ahead and switch to tower. And now, oh, okay. I was going to say, why is my tower saying we're under another caution? 47 laps in out of 110. We will be seeing a stage break here coming up shortly at lap 50. And this is after this stage break is where things will get interesting because we will be seeing some green flag cautions.
Do you mean green flag pit stops, man?
That part.
Yeah, that one. I
That
was just
part.
saying. I know
That
you were
part.
testing me. I just wanted to call it
part,
right.
I was testing you. That's totally what that was. So, Palma looks like he is going to be 3 laps down currently. Swanson, Campbell, and Ward are all showing as out. Let's see what SDK shows as exciting. That only took like 2 seconds to go from Joe to Joe. There we see the number 4 of Patrick Hernandez. Oh look, Ray gave me a compliment. He said Amanda doing great. I'm gonna print that and save it and show everybody that I got a compliment.
Be sure to put little hearts around it.
No. That's too much. That is
So
too
Levi
much.
McCarty seems to be dominating the field out there. Said he led the first the stage, and he wants to go ahead and win the second stage as well.
I mean, you know, it's a whole thing. And you know, I just realized something. I have a friend. Her name is Brittany McCarty, and her son's name is Levi. So, you know, I should message her and ask her if her son is racing online now. That'd be funny. I say that my kids could drive some of these races in these video games better than I can. And there we see our 6th caution of the night. Yellow flag is going to be brought to you tonight by the Ocala Design Group. Proud sponsor of the Impact Racing League.
Question for you, Miss Amanda. Since we are on a second stage break, would you like to bring up Mr. Levi McCarty, seeing as how he was the stage leader, both first and second, or?
Let's wait until they are in the pits before we bring anybody up. Reason being is some people do not do well with talking and driving at the same time. There we see the 18 of Levi and the number 8 of Riley. Following that pace car, making their way around. Ray says, I can print it all I want. The reader won't know the context for sarcasm. I will put it on my wall behind me, so when I'm streaming, it'll be visible on my webcam. And don't worry, everybody will know. Alright, let me see if we can find Levi in Discord. Did I lose you again?
Oh, I've already got him ready to go whenever you are.
Alright, well, I'll let you handle that.
Levi, this is Amanda and Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
So, Levi, you have been leading the majority of this race. Is there a strategy to it?
Honestly, just trying to hit my marks here and drive away from it, save some tires. That's going to be my strategy going forward.
Awesome, awesome. So,
I tell you one thing. I'm going to go to the back here and see if I can come to the front.
okay, well, we will definitely be
Now you're
watching to see
playing
how
with
that
fire.
works.
I was getting, honestly, I want the challenge. I want to try it out and see if I can do it.
Well, you know what? We are definitely going to watch and see how that works out.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem, and good luck with the rest of the race.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that was.
And you know what? What's funny? We have Grant Turner in the waiting room.
I see that, and I'm just like, what is Grant doing?
He wants to come and talk to you.
I'm going to let you call this for a second. Let me go see what he's up to. Ooh, the pace car lights are off. Okay, that's gonna wait a second. Do you wanna go see what he's doing? Did I lose you? Okay, no I didn't. All right, we are on lap 53 out of 110. Almost halfway through this race as we are watching and waiting for that pace car to leave the track. There we see the number 14 of Travis currently sitting in that first position spot. The number 31 of Devin Johnson currently sitting in second, 15 positions up from where he started. Sorry. Patrick Hernandez is going to be sitting in third. Riley Mobley in fourth. Josh Privet is going to be sitting in fifth. That's going to round out your top five. Joe Tardif is going to be in sixth. Brett McCoy in seventh. Abram Moon in eighth. Zach Bates in ninth. Eric Wolf in 10th. Let's go back up here and keep an eye on that pace car. It's like a highly anticipated moment. The pace car lights are off. We are simply watching and waiting for the pace car to leave the track. We're going to switch to our ticker for just a moment. That pace car is now off track. And there we have our green flag. Green flag is going to be brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing, proud sponsor of the Impact Race League. As we go into lap 54 out of 110. Go back full screen. There we see that number 4 of Patrick Hernandez making his way out front. Riley Mobley coming up on the inside. Travis is going to be on that outside line. It seems that the 14 did not pit and is on 18 old tires, 18 lap old tires. Thank you for the clarification on that. I wonder how long those tires are going to last.
That's a good question. So Grant Turner is with us tonight. He is aspiring to be a pit reporter.
Oh, okay.
Would you like me to bring him up?
Oh, sure.
All right, Grant.
Grant.
Hello.
Hi, Grant. How are you? Welcome to the race.
Glad to be here. Been
All right.
up here on the spotter stand watching the whole race here.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. There we see the number 4 of Patrick Hernandez taking over that top spot. That 31 that everyone is watching has dropped down to the 9th position spot. The number 39 Exxon Mobil car is currently sitting in 12th. And Richard's pick of the number 51 is currently sitting in 5th. Alright, there we see quite a bit of single file racing there. Patrick Hernandez, Riley Mobley, Josh Privet, Joe Tardif, Eric Wolf, David Curtin, and Levi McCarty is making his way around on that inside line right there. Alright, so talk to me about what you guys are seeing out there.
I'm currently just watching the 14 drop like a rock because of being on those old tires.
You know, that's going to make for an interesting moment. it makes me wonder, is he playing with fire in this situation?
It could be, but my immediate thought is he may be trying to play the fuel strategy game.
Very true.
Because with doing this, he may have to make one last stop. He may have to deal with these old tires at first, but who knows what could happen at the end.
We are on lap 58 out of 110, so a little more than halfway through the race. We will have to see how that's going to work out for him. A comment does not matter. Ray Courtney said, "Boo, Grant."
Love you, Ray.
Blinky McGee said, "Look at my teammates go." I forgot which one Blinky McGee is. Turn her up a little. Turn who up a little? You want more car sound, or you want me to be louder? There we see Riley Mobley taking over the top spot. The 51 of Eric Wolf. Wait, that's the donut car.
Yes, it is.
That is interesting. Currently in that second position spot, up 12 positions from Ray second. Now he's going to take over that top spot. He's going to battle it out with Riley Mobley there for a minute while they were side by side. Oh, I'm quiet compared to the cars. Alright, so let me turn the cars down just a little bit and see if that helps. Well, let's play with that.
They're getting sideways.
Oh, and we have flying cars. The donut car is on spin cycle.
Wow.
There we have our 7th caution of the night. Blinken McGee said, "There we go. Carnage." Yellow flag brought to you by the Ocala Design Group. All of my teammates. I'm gonna need names, Blinky. I need names. All of them.
I've already got it up and ready to go slow-mo when you are. Riley
right.
Mobley and Donut looks like they got sideways, and it just turned into a bloodbath. It really did.
Carnage. It's not a bloodbath. You can't say that. All right. So, Mark, let's see what you've got.
I'm going to actually back it up a little bit more. Just
Change your camera angle a little bit.
all right. Looks like Mr. Mobley gets a little sideways, followed very closely by Mr. Wolf in that 51. And that is how it all started. Eric Wolf straightened it out, but Mobley could not. And that led to a bit of a pileup. You got Eric Wolf, you got the number 9 of Josh Privet flying. 47 Modelo, like you call, on spin cycle. Same with the 8 of Mr. Mobley.
Wasn't the donut car on spin cycle?
He was.
And
Eric
there we
Wolf.
see most of the field is taking to the pits currently.
Some of them having to use their fast repairs, it seems.
Blinken McGee said Eric Wolf, Joe Tardif, Don Privet, Josh Privet, and Eric and Josh caused this. So we will have to see how this plays out.
Seems to have worked out probably the best for the 14.
Because he did get a chance to go ahead and pit and probably get those new tires.
I mean,
Yeah, and has an extra set of tires depending on how everyone else is.
this is true.
I hope I'm not too loud.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I can adjust your volume.
Also true. It's one of the many things I'm always worried about is audio.
She can always mute. She can also mute you. Trust me, I've been there.
It's also very true.
There we see that pace car out front. The 39 of Dominic Privet in that top spot currently. I do believe that is the Exxon Mobil car.
Exxon Mobil Marketing, right?
No, that's Exotic Mobile Marketing.
See, Grant, this is how she mutes me.
I said one thing wrong, and I'm not living it down. There we see those pace car lights are off as we go into lap 64. Turn the car volume up just a little bit. You guys can hear that just a little bit better. Brett McCoy in that number 1 car taking over that top spot. Dominic Privet in second. Travis is going to be in third. Patrick Hernandez is going to be starting in fourth. And Abram Moon is going to be starting in fifth. And I don't know why. Every time I look at that, I want to say Abraham. My new bad habit. I'm going to say everything wrong.
Oh god, now that I see it.
I mean, just saying.
All right, the pace car is off the track. Now it looks like we're going to the Geico restart zone to go back green flag racing.
Hey, Mark, get out of the
Yeah.
bathroom. All right, and there is the green flag brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. You sound like you went back to the bathroom. I mean, I know the Porta John is, you know, a safe place and everything. And there we see these guys out front going 3 wide. Oh, it's making me nervous. 18, 14, and 39 all 3 wide for a moment there. Dominic Privet in that number 39, taking over that top spot for a second. But right before Travis steals it from him, Levi in that number 18, currently sitting in third. Patrick Hernandez moving into fourth. Abram Moon, fifth. Zach Bates in sixth. Brett McCoy in seventh. Ethan Gregory in eighth. Eric Wolf going to be sitting in ninth. Devin Johnson sitting in 10th. That's going to round out your top 10 there.
Oh,
Going lap 65 out of 110. What was that?
no.
There we see Levi McCarty back in that top spot. Patrick Hernandez is going to be sitting in second in that number 4 car. I started to call it a truck. Zach Bates is going to move into that second position spot. Abram Moon in third. Now he's going to take over second. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of side-by-side battling going on here.
And it's funny is that at the second stage break, Levi said he was going to do that. He was going to go to the back and see if he could make it back to the front.
Well, it seemed to work out for him fairly well. There we see
Looks like Eric Wolf is back in that 4th spot.
They almost just went 4 wide into turn 3. .
All right, so we've got a lot of big movers in the race. Levi McCarty is up 11 spots in that first position. Abram Moon is up 12 spots for that second position. Joe Tardif also up 11 spots for that seventh position. So, Grant, you have a little more experience in this than I do.
Debatable, but
Sir, I am a broadcaster. You are a wheelman.
that is true. I've raced around this track before, and I know it's quite a handful. But there are different strategies for everyone.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what Levi McCarty's got because, he was trying to push himself and he was trying to challenge himself by going from the back of the field to the front of the field. And he did it. And he is literally back up in first position, but is that going to affect his tires and fuel? Trying to rock it up there, is that not going to burn up a little more fuel?
A little bit, but this isn't like a super speedway. Sometimes that
Okay.
clean air could actually help out more than the dirty air in the long run.
Nice. Okay. I appreciate the insight, man.
Sometimes the dirty air can actually affect tire wear for the people behind because the air's not as clean, and it makes the tires be even hotter. That's why even F1 drivers try not being right on the rear end of cars for a long time.
Abram Moon is taking up that second spot. He's doing pretty good too. He actually, like I said, up 12 positions from where he started. So, it's definitely a good come up. Now, I'm wondering, you got a lot of very fast guys in this league, and they're used to staying up front, but they've kind of dropped back a little bit. Is that a fuel saving strategy, or is that kind of try to get away from what happened earlier with the tight pack up front?
It's hard to say. Sometimes it could just even be trying to do the tire strategy of trying to save the tires to make it a full fuel stint.
I just realized that Grant is like our in-house driver. He has experience driving, but like I have experience wrecking. Pixel EMM said LOL. We're on lap 72 out of 110.
Must have said something funny earlier.
It just popped up, so I'm not sure. Go back full screen. Let's see what SDK says is exciting. The pits is not exciting. Somebody lied to SDK. I mean, it could be. Is that where we can
And
do?
it could have just
brands?
also been the camera angle.
Yeah,
I know
SDK.
sometimes the camera angle chooses a static camera and really showing something that's behind it.
Yeah, and it's like, what is there? Because I don't see anything. There we see the 31 of Devin Johnson in 6th, up 11 positions from where he started. We currently have a 4-way tie for biggest mover of the night. Eric Wolf in that number 3 spot, Zach Bates in 4th, Devin Johnson in 6th, and Grant Applegate in 9th, all up 11 positions from where they started.
Looks like Abram Moon is actually maintaining the same pace as Levi.
Okay, am I the only one seeing Abram Moon in a number 12 car?
No.
Okay, I thought it was me because SDK says it's a 5.
SDK is not the only thing saying it's a 5 car.
What do you mean?
Caps and Race Labs and iRacing say he's in a 5 car.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, I'm slightly confused here. Like, it says he's.
As a racer, I'm not using SDK most of the time. I'm using Race Labs and Caps for my stuff.
Gotcha. And then we do have the actual number 12 car of Ethan Gregory back here. So that's... I thought it was me. Whew. I'm not crazy this time. Only this time. Alright, apparently Trading Paints is going to run through itself for a moment. There we see Levi out there putting some distance between himself and Abram. Abram has a nice little gap between himself and Mr. Eric Wolf in that third position spot. Devin Johnson in that 31 moving into that third position spot. I guess the 31 and 51 are going to battle it out here for just a moment.
But only a moment.
Only a moment. Only a moment. There we see the 31 of Devin Johnson use that inside line to his advantage to get in front of the 51 of Eric Wolf.
It looked like Eric Wolf is trying to get in the position to do the same thing again.
So they're going to battle it out. Eric on that outside line, Devin on that inside line. Looks like Devin's going to move to that high line to cut off Eric and keep him from getting around him once again. Ethan Gregory and Zach Bates coming up behind them. Riley Mobley is going to be right behind them as well. Grant Applegate back here with the number 4 of Patrick Hernandez coming up on his bumper. Brett McCoy back here in that number 1 with the 39 of Dominic Privet and the 21 of... Oh, just kidding. That's not the 20. Is that the 21? I can't see. I also can't read it now, apparently. That is not Sean Harrell. I'm not sure
It
what.
appears the 14 is Pitt.
What?
Hit a few laps ago, putting on some fresh rubber, it seems.
Ah. Let's go back up front with Mr. Levi. See how far him and Abram are apart.
Looks like they're just about a second gap from each other right now.
Let's see if we have
But
a pit strategy here. There we see about an average of 17 laps that these guys are taking.
Do we know how long a fuel stint is here?
24 to 28 laps, sir.
Ah. So we're actually coming up close to actually seeing people make a pit stop
Yes.
to make it to the end.
So yes, this is where we will probably start seeing those green flag pit stops. Hey, I said it right this time.
Proud of you.
Yay! Do I get a cookie?
I mean, you can make your own cookies. I unfortunately don't have the makings for cookies.
I have a pack of Oreos. Just don't tell my kids.
Got it.
Double stuff.
I don't want to stir the pot, but I think Grant Turner just said you can go into the kitchen.
Oh, what the heck? Trying to get a good first impression here.
Mark is fired. Okay, now go make me a sandwich.
Okay. Are you fine with ham and cheese?
Perfectly fine with it. Just not wheat bread.
I'm curious, and this is probably my end of it. Why?
Allergy.
Oh, we actually have pit stops. Oh, shit. The 51 of Eric Wolf and the 12 of Ethan Gregory have both come into the pits.
Looks like the 47 is in the pits. Is he been there for a while?
Yes, the 47 has been in there since the last yellow flag
Oh.
doing repairs.
The announcing is odd tonight. We are...
Also,
I'm not sure. That's what Pixel EMM said. Trying
Yeah.
to keep it a little interesting. There's a lot of clean racing, so making it fun. Sorry. There we see the 31 of Devin Johnson in that third position spot. 14 viewers on the stream with us tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know the 31 has several fans out there on the stream. There we see the 51 of Mr. Eric Wolf.
going to be on that fresh rubber, so prepared for him to just come through the field a little bit.
Here we see Levi out there still leading the pack by himself. The 5/12 of Abram Moon currently sitting in second. Also kind of out there by himself. We got about a 6-second lead between Abram and the 31 of Devin Johnson. It's because I said go make me a sandwich, isn't it?
Probably. Oh, we have the 20 around in pit road.
Oh! Looks like he was having a little bit of trouble slowing down. Mark, would you like to take it side by side so we can see what happened there?
Sure. Sorry, where are we at? I was lost a little bit. Apologize.
The number 20 spun out going into pit road. That's going to be the mellow yellow car of... hold on.
20 of Grant Applegate.
Yes. I'm so used to looking for numbers that are not there. Alright, let me know when you have that ready and we will go side by side for just a moment.
Ready when you are.
Alright. Side by side. Put this up here and change that out. Alright, there we see Grant coming out of the pits on my screen. And Mark, let's see what happened.
All right, so here we see him going in. He might be going a little too fast. Gets a little sideways there. The entrance seems fine to me. I'm trying to figure out what went wrong here. Oh, too much power. Yep, too much power. He went ahead and spun that boy around.
He got lucky. That spin helped him not get a black flag, though.
Very true.
He also managed to stay out of the wall in that incident. Alright, let's go back full screen. We got 24 laps to go. Devin Johnson in that number 31 taking over that top spot. Currently also the biggest mover of the night, up 16 positions from where he started. Joe Tardif in that 88 is going to be sitting in second. Levi McCarty in the number 18 is now dropped back to third. Eric Wolf is going to be in fourth. He's now going to take over that third position spot from Levi. Abram Moon's going to be sitting in fifth. Ethan Gregory in sixth. Patrick Hernandez in seventh. Zach Bates is going to be in eighth. And Riley Mobley in ninth. Travis is going to be in 10th. Mark, you want to take the rest?
Yes, ma'am. Dominic Privet is in 11th. Grant Applegate in 12th position. Sean Harrell in 13th. Brett McCoy in 14th. Alexander Palma in 15th. David Curriton in 16th. And looks like I'm not seeing any other numbers moving. I'm wondering if the other guys are out, but you got Josh Privet in 17th and Jonathan Swainson in 18th.
I am showing on SDK that they are showing this out.
Okay.
So it's not just you. Oh, you know, that's Pixel EMM. I wonder if the announcing is odd because it said Exotic, not Exxon Mobile Marketing. Could
We
be.
actually have a battle for the lead right now.
Let's go up and take a look. I see the number 18 of Levi McCarty and the number 51 of Eric Wolf. And I do believe the number 51 is going to be Richard's pick of the night, even though Richard is not here.
He's with us in spirit, man.
There we see both of these drivers utilizing that bottom line, making their way around.
I think what we're seeing here is actually the tire difference in between 5 laps.
What do you mean?
Eric Wolf pit 5 laps before Levi did.
Oh, so he has fresher tires.
Correct.
No.
But Levi has fresher tires.
Oh, yes. That's what I meant. Thank you. 21 laps to go. Levi McCarty back to that top spot leading the pack. Eric Wolf is going to be the biggest mover of the night currently, up 12 positions from where he started. That number 39 of Dominic in the Exxon Mobil car is going to be sitting in 10th. Mark, did you pick a driver tonight?
No, I don't believe I did.
Oh, that's right. You were late. Well, we have 20 laps to go. Who do you think is going to bring home a win tonight? Who is your pick, sir?
Oh, go with the number 5 of Abram Moon.
All right. Abram Moon is currently sitting in that third position spot. There we see the number 18 of Levi McCarty bringing it around that turn. Eric Wolf not far behind him. Let's go to the tower. A little more than a second behind. And Mr. Abram Moon is going to be almost 2 behind. The number 12 of Ethan Gregory is going to be about 4 seconds behind the leader here. And Patrick Hernandez is going to be a little over 7 seconds behind the leader. If I could read it correctly, it'd be great. There we see Eric Wolf and Abram Moon making their way into the turn. Let's see, bring up the track map for a moment there. You can see where everybody is here. Let's see what SDK says is exciting. And there we have the number 12 of Ethan Gregory. The actual number 12, unlike the 5/12 of Abram, that is confusing SDK and drivers alike. Excuse me.
Sometimes it's actually less confusing by the drivers. The fun little fact.
Oh, by the names?
Well, whenever you're racing out there and you see, like if you are looking at Abram, you see the 12, but you know who it is by the livery. So, knowing by name sometimes is easier in that case.
Gotcha. Yep, this one is a new broadcast gaming network. So learning all the different liveries is it'll take a little bit. And of course, they'll change it up because obviously Dominic changed up his car this week. 11 viewers out there on the stream tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, we have 16 laps to go with Mr. Levi McCartney still out here leading the pack. But he has Abram Moon now in that second position spot, about 3 seconds behind him, and Eric Wolf is just a smidge behind him.
Now I wonder if Eric is saving fuel and tires to make maybe a last-ditch effort.
You know, that'll definitely be something to ask him.
Yeah, I'm sorry again. What was the fuel number? How many laps?
24 to 28.
28.
Hmm?
So he'll be cutting it close.
Absolutely, it's a 65% fuel window. So it's going to be interesting to see how many of these guys finish the race on fumes. I'm going to turn my microphone around so I can see the red button on it, so I can stop looking at it like I've lost my mind.
If you do that, you may sound different.
Maybe. We'll have to play with it and see. $13 laps to go. Levi McCarty still holding it down in that top spot with Abram Moon in second. Eric Wolf still holding on that third position spot. The 31 of Devin Johnson is going to be sitting in 8th currently for the number 31 fans. Looks like Alexander Palma is going to be down 4 laps. Eric Wolf still our biggest mover of the night, up 11 spots from where he started. There we see the 19 of Zach Bates cruising along by himself. Riley Mobley not far behind him. Devin Johnson the number 39 of Dominic Privet currently in 9th. The 88 of Joe Tardif is going to be down 4 spots from where he started. Currently sitting in 10th. So, looking at the field of drivers, it looks like it is a predominantly Chevy track tonight with 6 Toyotas and only 2 Fords. And the top 5 is only Toyotas and Fords.
But the whole rest of the top 10 are all Chevys.
This is true. 6 through 11 is all Chevy. We have Toyota, Ford, Toyota. It almost sounds like something my kids have put together. As we're going into the last 10 laps of the race, Levi McCarty still out there holding down that top spot. Abram Moon in second, Ethan Gregory in third, Eric Wolf in fourth, Patrick Hernandez in fifth. Riley Mobley's going to be sitting in sixth. Seventh is going to be Devin Johnson. Mark, you going to go ahead and take the rest?
All right. Zach Bates in 8th. Dominic Privet in 9th. Joe Tardif rounding out your top 10. Brett McCoy in 11th. Grant Applegate in 12th. Sean Harrell in 13th. Travis Stroney in 14th. Alexander Palma in 15th. And it looks like, well, like I said earlier, everyone else seems to be out, so...
It says the 47 of David Curtin is in the pits. So...
All right.
You know,
Yeah,
Not
he's
sure who's-
actually recently hopped out of his car. I think he's done for the night.
Ah. $13 viewers on the stream with us tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. There we see the number 18 of Levi McCarty out there in that top spot. Let's let SDK pick what's exciting. There we see the number 1 of Brett McCoy. And now the 51 of Eric Wolf. And there is once again the 18 of Levi McCarty. And Palma just went another lap down as McCarty made his way around him. There we see the 31 of Devin Johnson, currently sitting in 6th, up 11 positions from where he started. There we see the 12 of Ethan Gregory, kind of cruising along by himself out there, with Eric Wolf and that number 51 right behind him. SGK is about to be fired. There is the 31 of Devin Johnson. There we see the number 1 of Brett McQuaid once again, with the number 21 of Sean Harrell right behind him. Looks like Brett is coming up behind. There we see Travis. How'd you say it, Mark? Stroney?
Yes, that's how he said it. He said to basically ignore the J.
Oh, okay.
He actually just recently came back out of the pits, so he had to make another pit stop.
Oh. Well, hopefully all is well with him, and he will be catching up on the track. There we see the 39 of Dominic Privet currently sitting in 9th. And there is the number 20 of Grant Applegate. Eric Wolf and that number 51 currently sitting in 4th. Looks like the number 4 of Patrick Hernandez is not far behind him, so Patrick is probably going to give Eric a run for his money here shortly in these next 5 laps.
Oh yeah, 'cause he is picking up quick.
Alright, there we see the 39 of Dominic Privet once again. Looks like the 19 of Zach Bates is right in front of him. Four laps to go as we finish out, and there the guys go 3 wide for a moment there, and it looks like, who was that? Was the 88 of Joe Tardif went in the middle, taking them 3 wide, and then got a little squirrely for a second there. There we see the 88 of Joe Tardif and the 39 of Dominic Privet right behind him. Three laps to go. Levi still out here leading the pack. Abram Moon going to be right behind him. Ethan Gregory 12 seconds behind our leader. Patrick Hernandez is going to be sitting in 4th as we go into the final 2 laps. Devin Johnson's going to be our biggest mover of the night, up 12 positions from where he started. Eric Wolf is going to be in 6th. Riley Mobley in 7th. Joe Tardif currently sitting in 8th.
Oh, Eric Wolf's in the pits.
Oh. Final lap, and Eric Wolf has gone to the pits.
don't think he had enough fuel.
And there is our white flag. White flag is brought to you by Ryan Dyer, proud sponsor of the Impact Racing League. Alright, there we see that is the number 5/12 of Abram Moon. And there is our checker flag. Levi McCarty bringing home the win tonight. Abram Moon looking to finish up in second. Patrick Hernandez currently in that third spot. Devin Johnson at number 31 bringing home that fourth position win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our unofficial results. All right, Levi McCarty finished in first, Abram Moon in second, Patrick Hernandez is going to be finishing in third, Devin Johnson in fourth, Riley Mobley fifth, Joe Tardif in sixth, Dominic Privet in seventh, Grant Applegate in eighth, ninth is going to be Zach Bates. Mark, you want to take the rest?
All right, you got Brett McCoy in 10th, Sean Harrell in 11th, Eric Wolf in 12th, Travis Stroney in 13th, Ethan Gregory in 14th, Alexander Palma in 15th, David Kirk in 16th, Josh Privet in 17th, Jonathan Swainson in 18th, 19th is Brandon Ward, and Chris Campbell in 20th.
All right, well, while the guys are getting off track here, let's go ahead and track down our winners and bring them into the booth. All right.
All right, everybody is in the waiting room.
All right, bear with me just a second while I get my stuff to work correctly. There we go. There is the correct graphic to go with my race results. All right, so Patrick Hernandez finished in third. Let's go ahead and bring him in and talk to him about his race. Patrick,
Patrick,
go ahead.
Yeah, loud and clear.
So you started out towards the back and you made your way up and managed to finish third. Talk to us a little bit about your race tonight.
Talk about the race. I can tell you it was a complete disaster. Even though that I managed to finish on the third spot, it was a complete disaster. On the initial start, I got loose. I hit the 9, and that was the beginning of all my problems. Then I was involved in any kind of incident. Not of my fault, just I didn't have any way to go. Then on the last pit stop, I realized I pit one lap too soon. So, to all my problems, I had another one on top I was running out of fuel. So, I tried my best to save fuel, and I crossed the line with the car almost shut off.
So you did manage to finish on fumes.
Yeah, but the car, yeah, I finished barely on fumes. But again, the car was good, not great. I didn't have nothing to fight for the win. Maybe a top 5 at best. But at least after everything I went through tonight, a third place, it's a great result.
It's awesome. All right, well, with that third place finish, you get all of the shout outs that you would like to take, sir. So the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to the guys that end up first and second. Those two were on another zip code. Shout out to them. Great race for them. A shout out for the admin for putting all this together. Toyota, Ray Brig, MSI, all the cars, all the logos on my car, and everyone that make this league possible.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we will let you get back to celebrating.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next up is going to be our second place winner, Abram Moon. Okay, so Discord's going to be a pain. Abram, you have Amanda, Mark, and Grant in the booth. You got a copy.
Gotcha.
All right, so your livery threw everybody off tonight.
Yeah, I figured that might have happened. I'll be honest. This is literally my first race, and it's been almost 2 years now. So I was kind of trying to figure it all out, but I completely forgot how to change all that stuff.
That's all right. You still managed to bring home a second place win. So talk to us a little bit about your race. Did you go in with a strategy?
My main strategy going in was gonna see how that first run went and try to save a set of tires in case a late caution came out. But I got destroyed on that first accident on the first lap. So the first 50 laps of the race, I just stayed on the same set of tires, and then I was able to, pick up a couple spots actually, just avoiding some of the wrecks back there. And just once I got those fresh Goodyears on it, I was able to just take off. So I was very happy about that.
Awesome, awesome. Well, with that podium finish, you get all of the shout outs that you would like to take. So the floor is yours.
Big shout out to my teammate Levi there in P1. He's always there to help me with all my strategies, always giving me ideas with fuel, tires, all that stuff. Big shout out to my buddy Fletcher. I'm running his business on the car, Fairfield Motorsports. So big shout out to those guys, and happy to be back racing.
Awesome. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, I'll let you get back to celebrating with your buddies.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, and that leaves us with Levi McCarty, who managed to hold down that top spot most of the race and bring home that first place finish. Levi, you have Mark, Amanda, Grant, and Richard in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, so we talked to you after the first stage break, and you were holding it down, and you had a strategy to go to the back of the race and make your way forward, and obviously that worked for you. So tell us a little bit more about the rest of your race.
Yeah, it was a fun run. I figured out the long run line and was hitting my marks pretty good, and won the first two stages there, and I wanted to go to the back to get some more racing in and come up through the field and make some passes. It was a lot of fun working my way back up through, and yeah, it was good. Fun track, not one of my better tracks, but had it working tonight.
Right, well, you made it work for you. With that podium finish, so you get all of the shout outs that you would like to take, so the floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield Motorsports. Abe coming home with a second place finish. We both haven't raced in a while. Just wanted to get back into a league and turn some laps, and we 1-2 finish on the first night back. It feels good. So I was happy to see him out there. Happy birthday to him, and yeah, great night. Thanks to everybody for letting us come in and join the league. Joe, Dom, Brandon, all those guys. We've raced with them for a long time, and they're good guys, and I'm happy that we can race in their league.
Awesome. Well, we will let you get back to celebrating with the guys, and we will hopefully be talking to you again next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our podium finish interviews. So, do you guys have anything after all of that?
I do
Yeah,
want to
man.
thank both of you for letting me come in here.
Thank you, Grant, for being our sideline commentator.
Glad to be of some help.
Not a problem. All right, so let me look and see. I do believe. Well, if I could find it, there it is. Next week we will be at Charlotte. So that is definitely going to be an interesting race. But if you guys don't have anything, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us tonight. And we look forward to chatting with you again next week. Hope everybody has a good night and God bless.